Today we're going to talk about the UltraTac K18 flashlight. So what we're talking about is a light that fits a AAA size battery. In this particular light, you can use either a AAA or a 10440 lithium ion rechargeable battery. Okay, they're both the same size. Okay, so you've got two different lumen ratings depending on which battery you use. Okay, now originally they made this 360 lumen version of this flashlight. Okay, this is with the 10440. If you're using the 10440 battery, you get a maximum output of 360 lumens. Okay, not the AAA, only the 10440. Now they made just recently a new version. I just saw it after, it was after this. I went to get one for somebody for a present, and I noticed they had a 370 lumen version. So I was curious, well, what's the difference? Okay, so first off, we've got two different ratings. Okay, so what we've got is, sorry about that, 370 lumens on the for a max rating on the new K18 with a beam of 88 meters. Now on the older version, we got 360 lumens with a beam of 84 meters. Okay, and that's with the 10440 battery. Notice there's a second rating under that. Okay, a second rating under that if you use a AAA, which is not as high of an output. All right, so that's the difference. That's the most obvious difference. Okay, now the other ratings, as you can see, are different. The low ratings, you got the medium ratings are the same, and the low ratings are 9 lumens on the new one or 5 lumens on the other. And there's a little bit of difference on the AAA ratings as well. Okay, so if you want to read those to yourselves, you can pause the video. Okay, so when you open these, they're going to be a little bit different. Okay, now I did also forget to mention both lights are impact resistant at 1.5 meters, and they are submersible. You can take them underwater up to 2 meters. Okay, now when you open these, you've got, in both of them, you have you're going to come with warranty information, directions, and 2 spare O-rings, because it helps keep the waterproof part of it. Okay, I'm going to take that off to the side now. Okay, so now these original UltraTac K18s are not brand new. I've had them, so they're not going to look brand new. All right, this one is. Okay, so in the original one, what you get, now this is available in several colors. This one happens to be a brass one. You can also get it in the black. Okay, so what you get is you get this little deal to hang your light, like on a belt loop or on a keychain. You get 2 clips. So this has a clip on it, and then it's got a spare clip as well. All right, now you've got the clip, you have a plastic button, and this is made of brass. I got the brass because it's kind of neat, because it discolors over time. Okay, it comes with a little keychain deal there, and there's a place on the light built in to hook it on. Okay, same deal if you get the black one. The black is a little lighter than the brass. This is some sort of aluminum. Let's see here. Okay, so both models, the base of the light is for sure aluminum. You can see there's no paint on that part. If I look at the original one, it's really light. Now there's a couple spots where there's some chips, and it looks like underneath that paint there's aluminum. It looks like. It's just very light. It's hard to tell. Okay. On the new one, it's also really light. It's again, hard to tell for sure. But on the threads, it looks like there's a spot where there's some paint missing from screwing it in and out. And it looks like it's aluminum. It's just really hard to tell. I know that this whole thing is brass if you order it like this. Okay. Alright, so as I mentioned, you get an extra pocket clip with the original K18 and this little hook here. Okay, so you get the light, alright, and you do get this. What happens is, if you want to charge your light, since it's a rechargeable battery, you remove the head and put this on top. Okay, so what you do, you've got your battery here, okay, the positive end of your battery, you screw this on top. You've got a spot to put your Android, classic Android type charger, and there's an indicator light. When the light is red, your battery, needs to charge really bad. When it turns green and it stops, I believe it blinks. I'm not really sure. I know it's red at the beginning, and then when it's green, that means it's done charging. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, so on the new one. You've got the same type of charging attachment, okay? And you've got like a diffuser here. I guess that's to make it more of a floody type of light. And you've got the light, okay? No extra pocket clip or, attachment to carry the thing in, okay? So, now as far as differences on the light, so the button is different. These are a rubber type of button. Okay. They're both rubber, no matter what color you get. This is a stainless steel button. All right. So it's just different. Now on the bottom, there's another difference. Okay, see how this has a built-in loop and this one doesn't. What happens is this comes down and goes over top. So that's just another difference. Could be good, could be bad. I would say that's up to opinion. Okay? All right. Now, the other thing you'll notice is the new one is a little bit longer. Okay? Okay, so the new one, starting at the threads, going upward, everything looks about the same. As you go down, as far as the light itself goes, it comes down a little farther on the new version, okay? As far as the head goes, if you start on the grip there to screw and unscrew, the new one goes down further, okay? So if you look inside in the reflectors, they look to be virtually identical. One doesn't go down further than the other. What happens is, at the grip, the new one goes down further. And if you look inside, it looks like the driver comes down a little further. Maybe the driver's a little bigger to get the bigger lumens. I'm not sure. What I do know is that the new one's a little longer. So if I compare the new one to the old one, you get maybe a quarter of an inch or so. I don't know, I'm eyeballing that, but it's a little longer. So compared to a more compact keychain flashlight like this Olight, this is the i3E EOS. Okay, you've got quite a bit larger flashlight. All right. Originally, I thought it was, a little bit of a stretch for a keychain flashlight. It's just a little longer. almost more of a pocket light, right? So now the new one has gotten even longer. Now, some people might not care. You know, that's fine. Now, I didn't show you with the diffuser on. Here's what that looks like. Okay, it just goes over top. So what I'm going to do is tonight, when it's dark, I'm going to bring it right out here. I'm going to bring the light out in this yard, okay? And I'm going to shoot around right here. I'm going to shoot up in the trees, see how far it goes, see how it does reach in my shed over here, see how it does reaching that shed, which is further away. And I'm going to do the neighbor's shed. There's a shed and there's their garage. There's their house. There's my grill. There's my shed. So there's different lengths, or different distances of things. And I'm going to bring it out here. Okay? So I'm going to bring it out on my deck here. I'm going to come out here, out of this door. I'm going to bring the different lights, and I'm going to compare them. I'm going to compare first. If you're familiar, a lot of people have this Olight IE or i3E EOS. That's the 120 lumen version. That's a really good light for a AAA light. It's really nice and bright. And then I'm going to compare the original 360 lumen flashlight with the new 370 lumen. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so before we go outside, just a couple random things. The lens, it says that is made of AR glass. I didn't know that, so it's made of AR glass. Kind of neat to know. It's better than plastic, right? Now, I did notice a difference between the two chargers that come with these. The charger that comes with the older light is shiny stainless steel, okay? The charger that comes with the new light is more of a brushed stainless steel. Now, I did notice that this one that comes with the new light is heavier, okay? I don't know if that means that it's any better on the inside, but it is heavier. It weighs more. Now, there's another difference that I noticed. On the inside, the older one says UltraTac, and the newer one does not say that. They both say it on the outside. So I don't know. One might be better than the other. One might not be. Now, here is one important fact that you do probably need to know. If you get the 10440 battery, it says, please be careful not to over discharge the battery. Otherwise, it will cause permanent damage to the battery. Okay? So what that means is, don't let this thing charge all the way, don't let it get all the way down where the light doesn't work, because you could hurt your battery. Okay? So with lithium-ion batteries, some of the batteries are protected. What that means is they don't let it charge past a certain voltage or run down past a certain voltage. Because if lithium-ion batteries charge too much, or they get discharged too much, they're ruined. Okay? So these batteries, what it looks like, are not protected. Okay? So if you get them dead all the way, you can ruin your batteries. So don't let it go till the thing is dead, or just if it hasn't been charged for a while, charge it. All right? And then you should be fine. Okay? As far as overcharging it, these chargers, they're red and then they go to green, and it looks like it's done charging. I've never had it blow up or anything. So I think there must be some sort of circuitry in here that once it gets done charging, it doesn't keep charging it. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about that, but based on the light, I think it probably stops charging. I've had it stop charging, and I've been fine. Okay, but I just wanted to point out that warning. Do not discharge it too far, or it's not going to work. Okay? So, as far as modes on these, what you've got, here's how it works. So if you want to turn it on, press and hold. Okay? All right. So now it's on the lowest setting, and then press it again. And then it turns it up to the second medium setting. And then you press it again, and now it's on the full lumens, okay? Now, if you press it twice, it's going to go into strobe, okay? And then if you want to shut it off, you press and hold, okay? Now, it does have a memory, so if you press and hold again, it's going to go to the most recent setting, okay? Now, if you have it off and you want to lock it, what you do is let's see, double click the light, and then you can't turn it on. So that's nice. I mean, if it's in your pocket, you can't turn it on, right? So then to unlock it, double click it again. And now you can turn it on and go through your modes. Okay? So, yeah. Let's make sure this one's the same. So we press and hold. Okay, that's... Oh, sorry. I had it locked. So press and hold, turn it on, go through the modes. So if that's the most... If I turn it on again, it should... Yep, same thing. Okay. And then if I go twice, yep, there's our strobe. Okay, so let's see if it locks out, right? Yep, can't turn it on. Let's unlock it. Okay, same modes in both lights, okay? So let's take it outside. Okay, so now we're going to go outside. The first light I'm going to use is going to be the O light that everybody's kind of familiar with. If you're into keychain flashlights, you're probably kind of familiar with this. This is the i3E EOS. Okay, now this is the 120 lumen version. So I'm going to take this out first. All right. Now, when I did this earlier, when I showed you all the stuff that I'm going to shine at, I was zoomed out. So now what I'm going to do is zoom in, so everything's going to probably look a little bit closer. But I think you can see the beams better when I do it this way. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so everything's going to look a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm outside, and as you can see, it's kind of dark. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock at night, so I'm going to turn the light on. This is the O light. Okay, so this is 120 lumens. So there is my shed. Okay, so there's nothing. All right, and there it is. Okay, now let's try to get the trees. Okay, we can see the trees. Okay, there is the neighbor's garage. Beyond that, there's a subway and the side of their yard. It's not really doing much for that. It's lighting it up a little, but not much. Okay, makes sense? There's the trees. Okay, there's my shed. Okay, so then beyond that is another house, the neighbor's house. So it lights it up a little, right? Okay, and then there's the shed over there. Without it, there you can't see it, but now you can. And then I'm going to shine over to, so it lights up all the way over there. That's pretty good. If I try to get anything else, there's a wire there. There's a telephone pole. I can get that. Not too much beyond that. So it does pretty well with lighting everything up. I mean, it's not super bright, but you know, it does it. Okay. So let's get the other ones now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to test the original K18, the 360 lumen version. Now I'm going to test the aluminum one rather than the brass one because I want to make a fair comparison between the 360 lumen and the 370 lumen version. The brass is quite a bit heavier and it gets hotter. Okay, it gets hotter quicker, so that could affect, you know, runtime and stuff like that, and you know how well everything performs. So I want them to be the same. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this aluminum version of the K18. Okay. Okay. So just so we're clear here, I got the aluminum K18 out here, and I'm going to go through the modes. So I'm going to turn off my light on my camera here, and I'm going to turn it on. So now I'm on the really low. Now I'm going to go to medium. And now I'm going to go to high. Okay? So, here we are. There is my shed. There's my trees. Okay. Okay. There's the neighbor's garage. Let's see if we can hit subway. So if I have nothing, I'd say it's lighting it up. Yes, it is. It's hitting the subway and lighting it up. Okay. Let's see how it does with the neighbor's house, the greenhouse over there. So let's turn it off. We got nothing. Okay. Now next to it, there's the shed. Turn it off. We got nothing. Turn it back on. Okay. So now I'm going to go over to the neighbor's shed, the other neighbor's shed. Let's see how we do here. Okay, lights it up pretty nice. Okay, lights up the pole there. You can start to see some of the trees beyond. Okay, not bad. You can see some of those trees there. Because if I turn that off, we got nothing. So it's doing pretty well for you know, for a keychain flashlight, I would say. Yeah, I would say so. Okay, let's try the new one. Okay, so now we're going to try the new flashlight outside. See how it does. Okay. So let's go through the modes here. Turn it on. Okay, so we got the very lowest, got the medium, and now the highest. There's the shed. Okay. So there is my trees. Lights it up pretty nice. Okay. There's the neighbor's garage. There is subway. Okay. So there's the neighbor's house. Let's turn it off. Okay, got nothing. There's the neighbor's house. There's the shed. Turn it off. Got nothing. There we go. Let's go forward a little bit. Okay, so there is the neighbor's shed over there. There's with it lit up. Okay. So you can see a lot of the trees over here. So these are some very bright lights. Let's zoom out here so you can see what the beam looks like. It's not as bright, but you can kind of get an idea what the beam looks like. Zoom back in. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to try to compare the two, give them some sort of a comparison. They're pretty close, but let's see what we can do here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot I'm pointing the camera at my shed. I'm going to shoot first the 360 Lumen K18, then the 370. So here's the 360. Okay. Here's the 370. Okay. 360. Wait for this car. Okay, so 360. 370. I'll try them both at the same time here. Okay, so 360, 370, 360, 370. Okay, so 370 on the right, 360 on the left. Okay, let's try to shine these. So 360 and 370. Looks like the 370 is a little brighter. If you can kind of see that. Okay. So now I'm shining everything in my backyard here. So this is my shed, 360, 370. 360, 370. Let's try them both. So there's a, let's see, here's a 360. Here is the 370. 360. 370. Okay. Okay, now let's go down to the further shed. 360. Now we're going to do 370. Okay. 360. 370. Let's try the telephone pole or the electrical pole. 360. 370. 360. 370. Okay. Let's shoot over to Subway. 360. There's some of the trees. There's Subway. $370. There's some of the trees again. There's Subway. Okay, so back to back. Back to back. 360, 370 to Subway. 360. 370. 360. 370. Okay, now I'm down in my basement. There's no other light down here. Sorry, it is a little bit of a mess, but I could see a difference in the beam when I was down here. I'll let you decide. So here's the 360 lumen version from one end to the other. Okay? $370. Okay, 360. Focus that again. $360. This is 360. Okay, 370. Okay, I'll let you decide on the beam shots, and thank you for watching. Now that we've seen everything, I do want to talk about different colors, different configurations that you can buy this light with as far as what batteries it comes with and pricing. Okay, so as you can see, there's a brass one. That's the one I have. It's 360 lumens. I have only seen the brass in the 360 lumen light. Only seen it there. The other one I've only seen in the 360 lumen light is the stainless steel one. There's a stainless steel one as well. That's pretty neat. If you want the stainless steel, to this point, I've only seen it in the 360 lumen version. Okay. Now, look at the pricing. If you go to this brass one, it's $34.85 with the 10440. Now, here's a brass one at $29.85. Why is it less money? I'll tell you why it's less money. Because it doesn't come with the 10440 light. It comes with the AAA. Okay? It comes with the AAA. So what's that going to do with the AAA? Well, we looked at that. The rating is different. The rating is different. It's the rating with the AAA is going to produce a maximum of 110 lumens instead of 360. So yes, it is capable of producing 360 lumens, this light is. But with the AAA, no, it's not. Okay? All right? So be aware of that. So do you want to spend the $5 extra to get the 10440? I would, but that's, I guess, up to you. Okay? Now, they've also got the same thing in the new one at $29.85 with a 10440. So that's less money for a light that has more lumens and comes with the 10440. However, it's not the brass. I haven't seen the brass in the new one. So you get this $21.85 for this new light. Supports the 10440. That doesn't mean it comes with it. No, it doesn't. It comes with the AAA at that price. So pay attention to that, okay? So they've got it in blue with the old one here that they're selling it at, and they've got it in red with the old one as well. Now when you go, there's another listing. They've got the new one. They've got it in let's see. Oh, here's the old one. This is the old one. In black. The new one in blue. I haven't seen the new one in blue. That's pretty neat. That's awesome. Oh, but it comes with a AAA. So you would have to get the new one in blue, you would have to get the 10440 battery separately. Okay? So then we go to a different listing. They've got a red one with the new light with a AAA. So again, and that's at $24.95. You would have to get a separate 10440 battery, which is fine. You can do that. Just know that that's what you're going to have to do. The new one in blue, again, a separate AAA. And they've got the black one, the new light, a AAA. Or, okay, here's the black one with the 10440 at $29.95. And I did figure out a couple things about the new one that I didn't know, that I didn't mention because I didn't know. I just figured this out. So I pointed out the difference with the keychain and how this one folds over. Well, guess what? That makes the bottom of the light flat, so you can tail stand it. And what's this diffuser? Well, they said it's capable of standing up securely on a flat surface to serve as a candle to illuminate a room. So that's what that diffuser's for. Okay? So that's what we've got. So just know that the light comes in several different configurations of the lights and batteries. Okay? It's several different price points. And you can get different colors with the new version and the old version. So you can make your decision. It's just hopefully going to be, after seeing this video, an informed decision. So thank you for watching.